Imagine a battlefield not of land, but of information, where knowledge is ammunition and secrecy the ultimate defense. In this realm, what is known can shatter armies, and what is hidden can rewrite the fate of nations. You've just crossed into the military zone. In July 1916, during World War I, the Allied forces, led by the British Army, decided to launch a surprise attack on the German forces stationed near the Somme River in the Picardy region of northern France. This battle became known as the Battle of the Somme. The British began the offensive by bombarding the German positions with artillery for 7 consecutive days, firing 1.7 million shells during that time. They believed this would inflict massive losses on the Germans and create chaos due to the surprise attack. Their confidence grew to the point that they sent British infantry soldiers into the battlefield unprotected, convinced they had already crushed the Germans. However, the German intelligence had prior knowledge of the attack, including the number of British forces and the type of artillery they possessed. As a result, they fortified their positions with concrete bunkers and trenches that were unaffected by the bombardment. When the British infantry advanced, they were met with a storm of German artillery fire and machine gun bullets. The British suffered devastating losses, with 57,000 killed and wounded in a single day. The battle continued for over 5 months and is considered one of the largest battles of World War I and the bloodiest in British history, all due to the leak of critical information about the British Army's plans, numbers, and equipment. It's common knowledge that detailed reports or intelligence concerning armies are considered military secrets. Any information related to the military is strictly protected by laws and cannot be disclosed in any way. Yet, paradoxically, if you go online, you'll find extensive information about various armies, the number of planes, tanks, artillery, their types, efficiency, and other highly detailed data available to the public. For example, if we visit the Global Firepower website, we'll see that the UK military comprises 184,800 personnel, with 27,123 vehicles, 213 tanks, 71 self-propelled guns, 664 aircraft, 10 submarines, and 11 warships or frigates. Turning to Japan, we find its self-defense forces include 247,500 personnel, with 3,766 combat vehicles, 518 tanks, 173 self-propelled guns, 1,459 aircraft, 23 submarines, and 4 warships or frigates. Even nuclear weapons are openly documented. For instance, Russia possesses 5,580 nuclear warheads, the US has 5,044, and China has 500. Sensitive files contain precise and transparent information. This raises an important question. How is this information publicly known? Why is it not classified? Couldn't enemy nations exploit this information to their advantage? If we go back a few centuries, information about army numbers, their locations, and the tools they used was highly classified. Wars relied primarily on manpower and direct confrontation, so keeping such information secret was crucial for strategic surprises. The enemy wouldn't know the number of forces coming at them, what they were riding, or the type of weapons they carried. This secrecy gave armies a significant advantage. In the modern era, however, military strategies have changed completely. Armies now deliberately disclose their numbers and equipment as part of a strategy. Declaring one's military strength, essentially showcasing power, has become a point of strength and a deterrent to adversaries. It's a message to any potential aggressor to think twice before acting. For instance, if you possess heavy, modern weaponry, it's less important that your enemies know about it. In fact, announcing it might prevent wars from starting altogether. The value of such weapons lies in maintaining peace rather than achieving victory in battle. Nuclear weapons are a prime example. Countries with nuclear capabilities openly declare them because these weapons are primarily deterrents, ensuring peace rather than being used in combat. Since the 1950s, No country with nuclear weapons has faced military aggression. These nations may even act provocatively without fear of retaliation because non-nuclear states avoid military confrontations with them. Another reason for announcing military strength is to gain public support. Armies need to convince taxpayers to continue funding military expenditures, which requires substantial national budgets. Additionally, showcasing military power can attract foreign buyers for arms, especially in major arms exporting countries like the US and Russia. Between 1950 and 2017, the US made over $670 billion in arms deals, while Russia achieved over $580 billion during the same period thanks to their weapon displays and marketing. Lastly, technological advancements, such as satellites, have made it nearly impossible for armies to conceal information about their size, equipment, or weapons. Such data inevitably becomes known over time. So, does this mean there are no more military secrets and that everything is transparent? Of course not. Every military institution has classified information, such as details about weapons programs, battle plans, ammunition quantities, troop deployment, and the timing of attacks. Even the numbers of planes and tanks announced by some countries may not be entirely accurate. For instance, a country might claim to have a specific number of planes but actually have more or fewer in reality. For example, the Soviet-made T-64 tank, developed in the 1960s, remained a secret for many years before being revealed, surprising the world at the time. In conclusion, modern regular armies have an implicit agreement to publicly disclose troop numbers and equipment, no longer treating this as classified information. However, there are still military secrets that remain unknown to the public.